Regard your good name as the richest jewel you can possibly be possessed of. For credit is like fire. When once you have kindled it, you may easily preserve it. But if you once extinguish it, you will find it is an arduous task to rekindle it again. The way to a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. This is a quote by Socrates. Hello and good day. I'm Renee Perry, and welcome to Business Success Starts with Loving Your Work podcast. There are over 1 million marketing books available today to purchase. That's a lot of books and information. And with all of this information, it creates information overload, especially for budding entrepreneurs and business owners. Have you ever tried to buy a book on Amazon for marketing your business? You will discover books that will help you to become a marketing superstar, a marketing guru, and create marketing magic, just to name a few. Just by sheer volume of books, it would seem that marketing is so complicated. There are even acronyms to add to the mystique and mystery of marketing like SEO, ROI, and BR. But don't buy into the idea that marketing is complicated or mysterious. It's really not that complex to market your small business. As a matter of fact, not all businesses need to market themselves at all. I have never marketed our second repair business, and we have been going strong since 2010, through many different economies. I come from an era where most small companies built a strong, thriving, and successful business based on word of mouth, honesty, and reputation. And I'm grateful to have started a business during that time because today, I'd be lost in marketing wonderland, wondering how to best market my company and hearing the cha-ching of money leaving my business without knowing if it will ever come back, if the marketing was worth it. When first starting my business in the mid-1980s, it was a time when if you wanted to learn or know something in particular, people were at the mercy of bookstores and libraries for most information. Obviously, there was no Amazon or online buying yet. So I can honestly say, as an avid book reader, I never read a book on how to market my business or even how to operate a business, because as far as I could tell from the books available at that time, there wasn't any information on it. In hindsight, this turned out to be a huge benefit for my businesses. Let me tell you a little history of how us small business owners marketed in the 80s and 90s. In the old days, most companies' marketing plan was about getting their business in the yellow pages of the local telephone books and possibly buying a bigger ad if you were hoping for more recognition. These ads were pretty expensive for novice companies like my own. And for my business, I couldn't see how it could help because of the bigger companies and dealerships having such huge ads in the phone book. Who was going to see past all of that to mine anyway? Another strategy for business owners was to have their name begin with the letter A. The more A's in the beginning of your name, such as AAA or AAA+, meant you were at the top of the yellow and white pages. These owners assumed and hoped that people looking for companies will begin at the top and notice their business first. Besides the huge half-a-foot-wide phone book becoming obsolete, along with newspaper advertising, and then with the rise now of social media and the ease of tracking numbers and people, marketing really hasn't changed that much. In 1998, I was so excited to get my first home computer from Gateway. One of my first projects was to design a flyer with it. Then I looked up trucking companies in the local telephone books and mailed a copy of the flyer to those companies. That became my marketing strategy, sending flyers out about twice a year to probably about 50 local trucking companies, which gained us a couple of long-term customers a year. I also designed our company logo and letterhead with my sister's help. All of this allowed me to market in a way that was fun and fairly effective. My husband, he would stop at businesses who he noticed had a fleet of trucks and talk to whomever was in charge and let them know about our services, handing out business cards and flyers. This too rendered us a few solid customers along the way. And this was our marketing strategy for our first heavy truck and equipment repair company. There is a cautionary tale with marketing today. To not go down the rabbit hole of creating marketing versus building a business. I know how easy this can be because I was attempting to go down the path when my husband played interference and cut me off at the pass. He insisted on boring blue and white for our business colors, with the logo being just his initials, simple. And then when it came to naming our business, he insisted on the name describing what we do so that potential customers were perfectly clear about the type of work we do. He didn't want some cutesy name that I was trying to come up with. And he was right again. We almost look at marketing today like the lottery. Maybe this one magical strategy will bring me the clients I've always dreamed of. I've also seen some companies spend more time trying to come up with a catchy logo, a captivating name for their business, and an appealing website more than they are spending time on their business. How do you know how to most effectively market your business? You really don't until you try. My suggestion is to pick a couple of ways to market that you enjoy doing and that makes sense for you. By following what you enjoy, it will keep your marketing consistent. Do you enjoy creating flyers or marketing campaigns? Maybe you love to meet new people in person. Or maybe you get a kick out of doing short videos and putting them on social media. Whatever it is, choose it, and then keep your marketing consistent so that your followers know how to find you. Marketing can be integral to some companies' success, but it's not necessary for all businesses. Not all businesses need to market themselves, or at least market themselves in the traditional way. Trader Joe's, for instance, one of the most popular millennial brands, has zero social media presence. The one piece of marketing they produce is what is called the Fearless Flyer. The flyer is a print and online newsletter containing their discounts. And then there is Costco. Costco is the second largest retail brand in the world, and the company prides itself on not having an advertising strategy. This allows them to reinvest 2% of their annual budget back into the company every year and to pay workers an average of $20 an hour. And last, there is Spanx. Spanx founder Sarah Blakely couldn't afford to run marketing spots for her undergarment brand. She grew her billion-dollar brand without any help from outside investments or debt. She told Forbes, the power of women discovering the brand from other women was actually a better strategy. Now let's talk about how you can most effectively market your business for long-term success without costing you a dime. I have found through my 40 years of business ownership and experience that there are 3 crucial keys to marketing your business for long-term success. The number 1 key to success is communication. Communication. I'm going to talk about 3 ways to use communication advantageously. First, talk to your customers. Have you ever walked into a business and no one talks to you? Recently, I went into a local shop and 2 people were behind the counter, and for the next 15 minutes, they never said a word to me except how much I owed them. This always surprises me. What a huge missed opportunity. I leave feeling no connection with the owner or business except as a financial transaction, and honestly, I won't hesitate to try the next local shop the next time. Oftentimes, customers don't know all of your services and products, and when we talk with them, even for just a minute, they can sometimes find out that you have a service or product they need, but they were unaware you could provide it for them. Plus, it matters to connect with our customers and just get to know them. At the same shop, I didn't know how they accepted payment because they never communicated this with me when they left me a voicemail. Imagine the customer who wasn't told how to make payment and they only brought a check to only discover that checks aren't accepted. Or imagine another scenario if Mrs. Customer wasn't told that there will be a 3% charge added onto her credit card payment until she was ready to make that payment. To avoid a frustrated and irritated customer, I highly recommend being transparent and to communicate ahead of potential problems. One of my bigger frustrations with other heavy truck and equipment repair businesses in the old days, and it still exists today with the much bigger companies, were how many shops wouldn't display their hourly rates or tell you what they charge over the phone. People would have to come in as a customer to find out what the labor rate was. Sometimes I would call other shops to see how our rates compared, as other shops would do with us, and many wouldn't tell me for fear that we will compete with them in some way. This doesn't make any sense to me. If you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing. This provoked me to put a big sign in our waiting area with all of our rates and policies to be upfront and transparent with everyone. And this actually wound up attracting customers to us and not deterring them. The second way to use communication in your favor. Network with people of similar agendas and interests. Communicating with your vendors, customers, friends, and even competitors is networking at its best. I've been in many networking groups, and I've ran a couple of them for about a decade. They don't work long term. They can be a great jumpstart, but then it is up to you to create long-lasting results by cultivating, concentrating, and connecting with the people who care about what you do. And third, communicate your product and your services with clear and concise messaging. What do I mean by this? This means being able to clearly talk about what your business does, how you can help your customers, and why you are qualified to meet their needs. You've maybe heard of elevator speeches, 60-second intros, or mission statements. All of these exercises are excellent at helping you advertise, market, or discuss your products or services effectively in a cohesive and consistent way so that potential customers understand how you can help them. Communicate, communicate, communicate. The most outstanding and sustaining way to grow your company is to communicate. When we don't take that time, it's a huge missed opportunity. If your customers feel a connection with you and you've done a great job solving their problems, they will be back and oftentimes will be referring others to you. The second key to marketing your business for long-term success is to be honest. Be honest. Be honest in all of your dealings with people. When you tell someone you're going to do something, do it. If what you promise changes, let the customer know before they become irritated because they weren't contacted first. Most people know when you're being honest with them, and the right customers appreciate it. Honesty truly is the best policy. And the last key to marketing your business for long-term success is having an exceptional reputation. Have an exceptional reputation. According to Nielsen in its Global Trust and Advertising Study in 2021, which surveyed 40,000 people across 56 countries, 88% of consumers said that they trusted recommendations from people they know above all other forms of marketing messaging. And another study from Harvard Business Review showed that online reviews have substantial value for businesses. 98% of customers read reviews before they shop, making it one of the most important sources of information about products and services. For 2021, online reviews were predicted to affect $3.8 trillion in revenues worldwide. Your good name is the lifeblood of your business. I have known many successful small businesses that do not need or use a marketing strategy. They are too busy working and keeping up with demand. Their reputation has far surpassed any reason to market themselves. Having said that, try not to get hung up on the one customer out of 20 who leaves a bad review online or who calls you upset. It's impossible to please everyone all of the time. As a matter of fact, I personally tend to choose businesses who have a couple of bad reviews out of, let's say, 50. Then the reviews feel a little bit more honest than when there is a business who has 200 great reviews. To me, that almost feels like someone is buying positive reviews. Another simple approach is to make sure that every customer is 100% happy with their results. If they are not, and it's warranted, resolve the issue as immediately as possible. This is where communication again shows its importance. My husband takes time out to call customers, and especially new customers, a day or two after doing work for them to make sure that they are happy with their results and everything is working properly. If there is a complaint, we fix it as quickly as possible. This also helps to build a relationship with the customer by keeping the line of communication open. But also keep in mind that if you don't work well with a customer and there is a continuous problem in which you are often unable to appease them, don't be afraid to let them go. I have found that by letting a customer go that has created a lot of stress and anxiety, I then leave space open for a customer that works well with our company to come in. There is no room for these good customers if you're keeping customers that are never happy with your product or service and you are jumping through hoops trying to please them. What I also want to say about reputation is that I tend to use small businesses who use their name. Why? Because now they are invested in the business to succeed. No one wants their name dragged through the mud if they do a terrible job. When their name is being used, generally their honor matters to them. What do you do if your business is getting bad reviews online? Well, I can tell you what I would do. First, if you're worried about getting bad reviews on social media, do you really need a social media presence? If you do want a social media presence, then think about how you would best respond to negative reviews before it happens so that you can respond quickly if it does. I'm mindful about what I post online. you can guess that probably 50% of viewers will disagree with you if you post something negative or controversial, and it can bring blowback. I only keep my posts positive when I do post. And because on a business page you don't know everyone, my phone dings every time a message is left on my Facebook page. So I keep it very controlled. I've gotten a couple of people who have posted things I don't want on there, and it had nothing to do with my page. I then immediately block them from my page and delete the message. I don't mess around with it. If you've received negative reviews on Google, which can be way more damaging, I suggest responding immediately to the criticism. We are back to communication and honesty. Communicate and tell your side of the story quickly and honestly. If you messed up, admit it. Most people will respect that. And try to resolve it quickly. If you didn't mess up, say so and explain the situation. I have a friend who was a business owner who was very good at what he did. He was in heating and air conditioning. And one day he awoke to a bad review on Google. He first responded to the situation honestly and openly online, and then he sent an email out to all of us recurring customers and asked us to review him on Google and to push the bad review down. I actually thought this was a great strategy to mitigate such a problem. A marketing strategy beyond these 3 keys can be important for your business growth. All businesses are unique. Just be aware that there are ways to market your business effectively for long-term growth that is practical, simple, and free. Let me suggest something you can do today. As a business owner, put yourself in the place of one of your customers or clients patronizing your business. Take the time to go through your processes from the beginning to the end as the customer experiences it, and tweak areas and gaps of possible confusion or annoyance, as well as add processes or communication to make the experience better for your customers. I would love to hear from you if you would like to send me any questions, feedback, or topic ideas you may have regarding these podcasts. You can also contact me if you would like to be on an email list for future workshops. You can reach me by sending me an email at reneeperrycoaching@yahoo.com or use my contact page on my website at reneeperrybusiness.com. There has been a huge benefit for me to starting businesses in the 80s before all of the noise of being inundated and sold with marketing and advertising. It's become a huge money-making scheme to confuse you into thinking you must market and advertise to be successful. Today, there is no place to go that doesn't have commercials attached to it. We can't even pump gas without seeing commercials. And so we feel we need to out-market and out-advertise our competitors versus doing what we love and market in a way that organically brings customers to us. It may be a slower process to naturally build your business with integrity, but it's way more sustainable. You can probably tell that I'm not a marketing guru, genius, or magician. Still, marketing can be important to you to get the word out about what you do. I view marketing similar to working out. Do what is fun for you so that you will continue to do it. Being consistent is fundamental to marketing. If you are looking to make a big and lasting impact with your business, always follow the 3 keys to marketing success. Making communication, honesty, and reputation your highest priority. Build a relationship with your customers, vendors, and competitors. Honesty in business is truly the best policy, and have an exceptional reputation. Once your reputation is bad, it's really hard to get it back, ever. Thank you for joining me today, and remember that if you choose to market beyond the 3 keys to marketing success, have fun and be consistent.